Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to a hat in time. Let's continue. So, where were we? I slept between this recording and the last, so we unlocked a new sticker in Mafia Town. And we've got this new freezing hat, which will do a lot more for Mafia Town. So, is there a reason why I should go back to a place I've not been? Or should I go back just to the next level? The problem here is there's, like, we can just buy that, I guess. There's this Act 6, but Act 5 is just like nowhere to be found. Which I guess is this time rift. Let's see, look at photo is what the A button does says here. Okay. So we've been there. There was that thing and there was no time rift there. And so this is telling me that I need to go back to these levels, and inside of these acts for chapter 1 there will be a time rift that will be probably more of a linear platforming section. And see, Act 6 heating up Mafia Town looks very different, and still it really is a stutter or a full-on lockup that's happening as it's loading.
Look at mess. This is terrible. Someone turn on all faucets in Mafia Town. Same faucets that control the town volcano.
Interesting.
Was it you, child? No?
This is an odd angle for the camera, and I can move the camera a little bit, but not twist it.
Little hat kid, can you save Mafia Town by turning off all faucets? If you close all, maybe water start flowing again.
So this is broken again. So these instances are pretty different. Now, I wanted to jump in the water and swim away, but I think it's pretty obvious that if I was to jump into the lava, that wouldn't work. It's still a little weird that we're helping these guys. But whatever. And I suppose it is also a little bit odd that it does seem like a lot of the collectibles in this area are still the same. Alright, now that we have the freezing ability, like I think, yeah, we don't have another hat, so we're just collecting yarns. Ooh, and in Act 6 we can see that there are 2 time rift things and 2 more specific. That's nothing. Interesting. Guess those just don't break. So it's kind of funny to turn yourself into ice and fling yourself into different areas instead of having a proper ground pound. But this does seem like this will work kind of nicely in a fashion to move you around to different areas. Let's see. There's something down this way. Hidden. We found another relic in just a cave. It's a little too dark. Alright, let's see where this takes us. Takes us up here. Almost certainly are some collectibles that wouldn't be in lava, or would be in lava right now. I almost jumped back into the lava. I kind of assumed that I would just take damage and not fail and die immediately, but I might. This might be. I guess that would be the interesting twist, is if this was more of a instant death that doesn't let you jump up higher. It would be interesting if this was an instant death instead of being the Mario 64 style of experience where Mario would just get burned in the lava and that would be it. He would get burned and bounce up in the air. I am. I'm doomed now. So, there's clearly some ability that I was lacking. We're getting this drumming sound effect, which then just stopped making that sound effect. That was weird. With how limited the dress code is around here, it's not surprising the place is boarded up. There's a tailor character who's asleep, which might mean that he, in a different instance, he plays a role. This is still a pretty small area. That's a very flat waterfall. Could have used some better 3D design. Kick the can. Bouncing in the lava. Yeah, I have no clue. Like, looking at this in this way, it's very questionable that I'm actually capable of getting over there and setting that off, unless I can just walk in lava, which at a certain point that's what this is gonna boil down to, is we're gonna just have to experiment with, can I actually just walk in lava?
Go away! Mafia watching shows. High interest in bloodline.
But the good news is the time rift is just over here in the corner. So we'll just grab this time rift and use that as an excuse to leave this area. Come on, drop down. How do you drop down? Time rift sewers. Ooh, sorry about that. If you heard that, my stomach was growling. So it looks like all the time rifts are going to be these kind of platform sections that are going to kind of not really be too much as far as visual variety, and they do kind of strike me as probably being pretty short, and they definitely are not being integrated into the rest of the world, whereas Mario Odyssey, which they wouldn't have been able to really steal from Mario Odyssey for this game, just Mario 64 and Sunshine and Galaxy 1 and 2. Gonna take this nice and slow because that's kind of a narrow thing. And this does feel a lot like the sections of Mario Galaxy where you would just have very bespoke levels, things that the little planets that didn't connect with each other or anyway really act as anything. I'm gonna go ahead and jump and dash. That way I know that there isn't some little gap here, which there was a bit of a gap there. Probably would not be too hard. What did I just... Oh. This pops up if you hit the left stick. What pops up if you hit the right stick? Nothing. Interesting. So, you probably can pull this off if you're fairly fast, even if you're not playing through it perfectly. Alright, so this part's gonna be the nightmare. We're basically gonna have to run here and then dash and then jump here and then dash, and let's just go ahead and jump one more time. And now we probably will be fairly safe to get up to that. That wasn't too hard. Now what the time rifts aren't doing, though, and we get another one of these, it seems like we only get these when we get a time rift. New color. I don't mind getting a new color, but a new remix. It's probably sound, so we probably should get that, but let's roll anyways. Alright, so we get a new color. Let's go ahead and equip it. I don't dislike that. I think they probably have this set up in such a way that you're going to collect everything anyways. Now that we have 7, we've unlocked something different. Now we have a red color palette. Alright, so we got the train to merge with the train set design. And that found another time rift in the next level. This opens a new level. Interesting. Is there anything else? Seems like it's pretty obvious there is something else down here. Yeah, there's... but I don't know how to activate it. Yeah, because you come over here and there's definitely some way that's gonna open at some point. That really doesn't do anything for us. So yeah, it does feel like there's probably some other strategy, but I'm not sure what it would be right now. Unless it's just the ice hat ability. We'll run back here and try that again. Alright, let's see. Alright, that worked. I got an achievement for that. Day 5. I just made a strange group of birds I've ever seen. Ever. One is a big disco penguin and the other is a birdish thing. Is even a bird. I have no idea. Birds don't usually have teeth, but this guy does. It's creepy. They're fighting to see who can make the best movie. That's in quotes because no one really seems to want to fight except for the conductor. So it probably was a day 1, 2, and 3 dialogue there. And there must be some way to dive that I don't realize. But that didn't get me the rare sticker, and I really wasn't gonna be capable of getting the rare sticker in that act. So I could go back and try that, or I could try this. Or I could go back to like Act 1 where I kind of know where it should work. Let's try this. Act 7, the Golden Vault. Yeah, it seems like you probably can't do everything in the order that they want you to do it. They probably do want you to go around and do the other levels, but then why did they unlock a collectible, a special sticker and say come back to this and really imply I should come back to this level? I mean that's very silly and just bad design, and frankly we are still missing abilities, like, so I should probably give it a decent thought as far as whether I want to really spend a lot of time here trying to do this when I don't think I really can, or whether I would prefer to move to a different level. I never made it to this section. I don't think we're gonna get anything more. So here's where we wanted to experience this. In this point, are we gonna hit invisible walls, which is kind of what you did in level 1 of Mario 64 and a lot of the levels, is either you were well, that definitely felt like it was kind of, if you get too far you start to drown even if you get back into your regular location. And there's a faucet, so I would like to experiment with this and let's see if there would have been a way to turn this. I don't even know how we would have really turned it. But whatever. Let's just get this. So can I pick this up and take it with me? I don't know. And I really don't have enough of a throw to... Yeah, it doesn't seem like I could probably throw that in that direction. Well, this is different. At least the loading screen looks different. So the red time rifts are different than the other kinds of time rifts. I don't know if this is some extra boss fight or what. Kind of like a dark purple crystal.
Hello, little child. This is Mafia Time Rift. Timepiece hit Mafia in head, and now Time Rift filled with Mafia thoughts and dreams.
Interesting.
This Time Rift is simple. Simple like Mafia. Just how Mafia like it. Rules of Time Rift. If you die, you start over. You need rift pawns to go deeper. That is all the rules. Please tread carefully in Mafia Time Rift. Mafia like to experience past.
So it looks like it's a horde mode type experience as far as I can figure. We're just gonna jump down and there's 6 collectibles also in this area. Maybe that's the rare sticker that unlocked. So we're going to just jump down here and this is just a bunch of dead fish. Oh, I was thinking it was going to be more of a fighting thing, but apparently it's just going to be a searching thing. And we're in the water, so it looks like we probably could just jump around and look. Probably could swim in the water too. Nope, don't swim in the water, because then you'll take damage. So this really is more of a platforming thing than anything else. Just trying to look around and make sure I've looked everywhere. Now, these guys may actually attack me, so I should probably be a little careful around that. Another sticker down this way. And I guess if these guys aren't gonna attack me, or at least not attack me with any real veracity, I'll be fine. Trying to look around and see. Feels like there should be some collectibles. Yep. That's what I thought. Yeah. Also kind of looks like there's possibly something over there, but not really. So you are gonna fight some people, but not everybody. And a whole bunch of dead fish. Yeah, I'm not sure I fully understand why they went with the mafioso joke concept. Oops. Because it's really just to define these guys as the bad guys when they're only really the bad guys half the time. When and it kind of plays up to a stereotype that I would argue might be a little offensive to I guess Italian people. But that's where I would pretty much guess that this is going. When these guys could have just called themselves the mongers, fishmongers, something like that, as much as mafia. Or you just write them better so that they actually are in the mafia and doing mafioso type actions. It's kind of infantilizing, to use a big word, turning the mafia into just children and silly things when no, mafia was doing a lot of crimes and killing people, and they should be, if they are going to be depicted in fiction, they probably should be realistically depicted in fiction and not depicted as clones of the same incompetent character over and over again. Alright, so we just are trying to avoid getting rolled over here. Yeah, I think this is also the last level, so all I really need to do is figure out how to... There's a bunch of balloons everywhere. Is there a way to get out from this area? Is there a way to collect these pawns that are behind somebody else? I mean, if I put the sprint hat on. This does let me sprint. But I probably would be doing better if I did that. Just waited for it to roll around. There we go. So that's all we really needed to do with the sprint hat. And then I guess we use this to get up here. And then we use this to hopefully land on that. And get over to this section. There we go. This door doesn't open. I kind of could see some future thought, though, certainly, in fairness. I could imagine that Mustache Girl is going to become the leader of the mafia, and she is going to turn it into a real mafia at that point. She certainly does seem to be a character with cutthroat, or with ambitions of some sort, and cutthroat tendencies. Well, I'm looking all around, and I don't see another sticker. Although I do see something like a white bird up there. Let's see. Let's see if the brewing hat might set this off. Nope. and it's gonna be rather sneaky and difficult because you don't really have a way to zoom out. Sometimes when it zooms in with the walls, the camera is hitting hitting invisible walls and zooming in, which is a typical thing I've seen in Unreal and Unity games, and really feels like something that they should work on to improve. I guess I just have to hope that there's another section, because yeah, there doesn't seem to be any last sticker. Somebody's throwing something at me. Oops. These guys are throwing stuff at me. Alright. Yeah, it's very weird to have them be aggressive sometimes and have them not be aggressive other times. Alright, we'll go ahead and collect those two. It's weird that she still slides on the ground and just kind of stays there. And at the risk of hurting myself, let's see if that did anything. It didn't. And it's not really worth it to jump around and collect a single currency unit. Sneaky. Oh man, I may die before I can actually collect that, because the controls are not bad in this game, but when you get near a wall, you do have a tendency to go up that wall, and you do have a tendency to kick away from that wall. Alright, we got it. I don't think there's any more. Well, there is one up here, so probably should save myself some frustration and go ahead and collect those. Alright. There we go. That would have hurt me without the or killed me without the umbrella, but I have the umbrella, so I'm fine. Yep, and it doesn't seem like there's anything else, and it would be really silly if this turned into another time rift situation. So I'm just gonna keep hitting it until it decides to explode. Notice how it goes up a note every time you collect one in combo. So was that a sticker, or was this some kind of other collectible? The Mafia's Grand Voyage. And this would have been the history of the Mafia deciding to move to the island. And there's all of their wives and girlfriends who look like big burly men also, waving goodbye. So they came to the island and made Mafia Town. We get to roll again, new color. New color. New color. So we've got another new color to use. And that's probably gonna find some new level. It is kind of crazy. I like the yellow. It's kind of like the Curious George character. It's crazy that we have only 8. Like, we still only have 8. 8 timepieces. So still not sure where Act 5 is supposed to be. Like, so let's jump back in here and see if we can actually find all the vault codes. Because we still have about 8 minutes, and let's see if that's doable. I may just decide it's not doable and quit, but let's see. Alright, so the way to do this, I guess, would be to use this hat. Come on. And then nothing interesting nearby. That's useless. So this really would just be wandering around, wouldn't it? So yeah, I would just, I think, have to. I can't do anything in the water with that. Yeah, from this taller perspective, it doesn't strike me like I could easily find all these codes. How many of these do I need, by the way? 4. So just 4 areas in which something is hidden. Or just in general running around and collecting things, since there's kind of nothing else that could be done. But you still really don't have the hook ability with the umbrella, which clearly you would need. I still am missing other abilities also. So it's fairly obvious that I need to go and play the other levels. While there might be some kind of speedrun strategy or glitching the game strategy that would let me collect all the pieces, I'm not even seeing the pieces as a casual player, as somebody who's not played this game before. How many things do we have, by the way? 200? Like, so this guy standing on fire.
Not everything I sell is of value.
So here's a scooter. We don't even have a scooter. You die in 1 hit, only for the brave. So interesting. Hat girl, I think, said goodbye at the end of that transaction. She does make little sounds every now and then. I guess it might be a case that the blue, I mean the golden vault codes might be hidden in very low places instead of high places, because the vault is in a high place. We've been up here when we were chasing the other guy. Is there a need to do that twice and chase more? Here's just another place you can sit. I'm just gonna sit at them and then jump up from them. So I found one. Just flying around. It kind of feels like to me probably every level will have a golden vault level, something like that. Something that is really built around the concept of being wandering around an entire level trying to find every little bit of collectible. And I imagine if I found one part of the golden vault over here, then I need to go 90 degrees and look in a completely different area for the next one. Oh, come on. Collecting yarn still is useful. There's some things you can look through that window, but I'm not sure that really matters. Right, so I can't even see anything. This is slow and not visually interesting. So I have to say that's a complete flop. Ooh, is there anything in here? There's like little diamonds in the ground. Wow, and that just shot me right through the center of the level to the other side, which it's nice. Like, and I guess maybe in their playtesting they realized that compared to a Mario 64 level, these levels needed to be a little bit wider, and because they needed to be a little bit wider, it would be helpful if they actually had some shortcut abilities on them instead of See, here's some see-through green blocks. But I don't even know if I really need the see-through green blocks. Yeah, I do. I can't get high enough otherwise. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, this will take us here, but it can't get us there. And almost certainly that probably means we can't get the thing we need. Like, I would be very much willing to bet that this is a level that cannot be beaten with our current level of abilities. Like, which makes it so silly for them to say a new sticker appeared, and it seems like what that really just means is that a sticker is available for purchase at the shop, which kind of doesn't mean anything. That's good to know, but doesn't really change anything. And running around collecting these are not smart. It's not an efficient use of time. Collecting the little pawns, because I wouldn't be surprised if at a certain point we get a let's see if we can break the glass. Nope. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a multiplier, and that multiplier then would double or triple the things that we're collecting. So, is there anything in that bell? By the looks of it, no. There is something over there. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, we were already over here. Okay. So how am I supposed to get into that section? Do I jump on this tree and then climb in here? Yep. And there's a decent chance that there are collectibles that we're not seeing. So I might be running around getting the things that are obvious while leaving the less obvious things to become even more difficult to find later, because it wouldn't be atypical for a 3D platformer to put some obvious collectibles right next to some inobvious or unobvious collectibles, and whatever the right word would be to use there. Yeah, but at the moment this just totally feels like a waste of time. I would also argue there's probably a little too many places where you can just randomly hurt yourself. It seems a little unnecessary to have flame torches happen.
Seagull eat fish, but fish belongs to Mafia. We punch Seagull for not respecting Mafia. Seagull say, no punch, I have child. Mafia punch Seagull with child.
Well, at least that is some characterization that to show the Mafia are the bad guys, and not just complete. No, I don't want to go that way because I know that direction would just send me. So now I feel a little bit better about enacting wanton violence on the Mafia people. But I wouldn't be surprised if there actually is something down here where we started. We know for a fact now that these little collectibles do refill, so there's less motivation You can only open the vaults, I guess, once. Guy tripped me. Wasn't expecting that. So I've found 2 of them. So there's a chance I could find all 3. Or all 4 of them. Like I'm pot committed now, so we're probably just gonna have to go long today. I don't see a way I get out from under doing this at this point. Yeah, I don't know why they bothered to put those there. Like, why are they putting flame torches right where I'm very likely to land? Alright. There's another one. So maybe this is doable. If this isn't doable, and I'm gonna end up seeing the last collectible but unable to actually access the last collectible, that would be some pretty bad game design. Honestly, if for a kid's game, if this wasn't doable, it shouldn't have unlocked at all. I don't even think I paid to unlock this level. I think it just unlocked by default. There might even be some logic behind that idea that the levels you do pay to unlock are the ones that you're probably not ready to do. I think I can get this. There we go. Another yarn ball. Another window to show the inside of the buildings, which is nice, I suppose. Like, compared to Mario 64, there really weren't any buildings. And really not until like Mario Odyssey were there any interiors or anything that felt like it was actually part of a society. There were some inside sections certainly in Mario 64 and the Mario Galaxy series, but I wouldn't really classify those as buildings. Right, so do I want to go all the way this way? I think I kind of have to. I think just out of an abundance of caution, that's where this has to go. And I'm not going to be completely unrewarded for it. There's a token here, which means we finally have enough rift tokens to go where we want to go. But seems like I've got very little places I can go here, so we'll just choose a place and go that direction. See these little smiley face coins? Still not collectible. So we're definitely coming back to this level at some point. In one iteration or another. That didn't send me anywhere. I still don't have a full concept of this level, so I kind of don't know where I am. Now I kind of know where I am. Right, is there a good chance that there's something there? I would say probably not. It is weird to be in an area where you're just mildly antagonistic with the enemies instead of openly antagonistic. There's a good chance that this is where we should be. So you're just walking by the people, and maybe they'll trip you, maybe they'll punch you, but they're not gonna just attack you directly. Which I guess if you compare that to like a JRPG or something where you're desperately trying to avoid like confronting or running into any enemy because it will start a long fight sequence.
Mafia's still setting up shop. Not open. Even when open,
Child not welcome.
So this is like a cheese shop.
Mafia say keep eye out for Tano. Maybe something interesting appear later. Ha! Mafia just kidding. Nothing interesting ever happened here.
So I just found the green vault code, and apparently this tunnel is going to expand later. And if you find the vault codes, do you keep them forever? Or do they reset when you leave a level? Well, that certainly felt like I was gonna get all of the vault codes for the green vault in this one little area. Yeah, I am. So there's a fourth one. It's gotta be in this little area. Is this where Mustache Girl was hanging out? Well, geez, do you need more? It looks like the water is flowing upward and not downward on that. This might turn into a larger requirement where there's potentially like 10 things. Let's check. 6. Yeah. So the number did go up. We're making a small amount of progress. It's nothing to shake a stick at as far as collecting the currencies, but it's also just taking way too long. We found the cow relic. And I guess the question is, are we trying to look for the last green vault piece? We probably should. Or do we want to leave this area and increase our odds of finding the last other piece? See, this is under... There's got to be some way to destroy these. This one has a whole line you're supposed to follow. Oh, okay. Okay. I get it now. So if I see a ball of those ever again, then I know that that is a way to redraw and redirect this. I'm fairly certain I found some blue vault pieces of codes, so I guess that probably is the indication that it does reset. I'm starting to wonder if some of these explosive things also don't reset. Because yeah, they seem to be kind of quickly running into a lot of them. They probably reset for sure when you leave the level, but I'm wondering if maybe they reset after a few minutes or after you walk out of a section. There we go. There's the last green code, which was a big distraction. Yeah, we are going really long today. That was probably going to happen. But let's be honest. Okay. Let's see what this does. Right, this puts me over here. And I think I can actually do this now. Press back to take pictures of your journey, swap it out at any time with start menu. Hey, so the back button does do something. So now if I ever want to take a picture, and I know on PC you could always just hit like print screen or F12 on Steam to take a picture. Let's see. You can make an animated GIF. That's nice. That's something you wouldn't normally have as an option. Let's see. Camera type, free or orbital. And seems like you can also adjust the field of view and focus. And see, NVIDIA has a whole system here, and you can also apparently tag it or put some stickers on it. So maybe you'll get more stickers, or maybe that's a system that would be modded. Like, I think it's called Ansel is the name of that system.
You got my camera? Wow, thanks, kid. But I've actually got a ton of cameras in reserve. I don't need it. I was just
It's
looking
weird
for an
that you
excuse to
had
yell
to...
at seagulls. You can keep it.
It's really weird to have a special thing you have to do to unlock the screenshot function. There definitely were points before I got the camera that I would have maybe appreciated having a camera if I was the type of person who wanted to make screenshots, which I don't think there actually are too many people like that. And I think the NVIDIA Ansel, as just a thing that is built into all games, and if it was more of an open source thing and not an NVIDIA thing, that'd be nice too. But just a standardized system to allow for taking screenshots always. That would be something nice to add to the next generation of consoles and thus PCs just by default also. But there also are some diminishing returns for any of these features because yeah, they've been done, and once they've been done, there's less desire to do them again. I thought it was stuck down there. I have noticed that there are definitely some situations where it feels like you could easily get stuck if you don't realize what you're supposed to do to not be stuck. Still looking around for that last collectible. I'm gonna try and have a accelerated experience at this point and not blow up things. I think the odds of me blowing something up and finding it are pretty low. This isn't the same place, I don't think. Or maybe it is. I mean, it feels like it's the same place. But then it goes a little differently. Come on. Where are you hiding? Last vault code. They've all been pretty low. They've all been kind of centered around finding other things in the levels that they don't feel like they're just obscurely in a weird place for no reason. Let's maybe go on top of these buildings. Let's see. Well, there's a blue code. Okay. I screwed that up. I'm trying to get on top of the top of this boat, and it doesn't seem like it really wants to let me. It does look like there's something over there, but I kind of question whether that would be the thing. Suppose it is also a little unbelievable. Like, you have to hit A dash then A to stop the slide, the slide that happens. So. Yeah. So that was a rift and that would have been a thing that we would have had to hit during the lava level, which that is another great indicator of just, ooh, I am underwater. Interesting. We may just need to swim. Yeah, I think that might be the solution here, is that we're just gonna go for a swim and we're gonna look and see if there's a dive button. No, not really. It seems like you can only swim a certain amount of time, not particularly a distance. So they're limiting you probably to a certain distance just by the factor of only a certain time would happen. So if I hit this one, then it wants me to do this, and then this, and then yeah, I didn't do that very well, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna just reset either. Let's just keep on working our way upward and around. Up and around. That's about all I can do. That's a butterfly, not a code. Although they do visually look somewhat similar. Oh, I don't think I've been in this area. $11.25. Yeah, it does definitely feels like there's some just nooks and crannies. And if I was a little bit further in this game and felt a little bit more like I was a bit more of an expert at this game, I would at this point probably be getting a little frustrated. Like, this is too much time to have to wander around looking for the gold and collectibles, and I'm being taught a lesson here as far as don't attempt the golden vault levels until you have almost 100% familiarity with a level, because you're not going to have a good time if you're confused about the layout of a level, or if you in any way don't know where every single little section is. Yep. And I am still very much in that situation where I definitely am confused about the layout of some levels. Right. So let me ask this question. Can I do this? Alright, so we prematurely collected that, which will save us a little bit. Although, in all fairness, we have 11 yarns, so we are well suited to get the next hat as soon as we hit a level that unlocks the next hat.
Got you all figured out.
Yeah. trying to look around. We're approaching double length. I probably would behoove me at this point to just look at the look at a walkthrough. I really am not in the mood to do that, but this is getting ridiculous. So I guess maybe what we should do is we'll give it 15 more minutes, which is quite a lot of time, and if I have not at that point found the last collectible, then I'll just pause the recording in the middle of a level and we'll start the next recording right where we are. I think that's probably the best answer here because I don't want to leave, I don't want to give up. And we are still one vault code short. And I don't want to use a walkthrough either. I think we know where that goes. Let's see if I know where this goes. Well, this looks like a different area. And up there is a collectible. I see some papers flying over there. Is that an indicator that what I'm looking for is somewhere near? That'd be nice. It'd be very helpful if the game would be that generous. My hat, which is supposed to be the helper there, is not being helpful. Because even if there was like a warmer or colder mechanic that they were just gonna do, that would be way more helpful than just nothing at all. Right. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything there. Yeah, by all rights, a kid would probably be a little frustrated at this point, spending an hour and a half looking for collectibles. There is a lot of other things you can do and that are going on, certainly, but let's be honest, it's been a little too long. If this is supposed to be an indicator of a collectible, it doesn't help. It's not helping one bit. Interesting. Interesting that there was like a double bounce there. So, but that's just a single bounce. And that lands me over here. You would think each one of these location bouncers would point me in a direction, but they really aren't. Notice how this thing just dances around, so it's geometry is not so much connected to its animations. There might be something here.
Mafia just help you build, kid.
No. This feels like a slightly different area. But it really isn't. We kind of know that this is hidden around some corner, and that's all it is it's just around some corner somewhere where I'm not able to see it. There's also some blurriness in the distances, so some animation changes would probably help here. If I could zoom out right now, and if it was on the screen, I could see it dancing and looking very different from everything else. Like, there's a butterfly down there. Is this what I need to collect? Or is that just a butterfly? It looks like that was just a butterfly. I guess we should check in here, just in case. Just in case they decide to put it in here. I'm still enjoying the fact that it's pretty fast to climb up a wall. Yeah, it would have been very helpful if they had gotten rid of all the butterflies while I was looking for the golden codes, because yeah, they are distractingly similar. So you look in the background, it's just like really let's see, is there some way we could increase the depth of field a lot and then maybe change the focus? Yeah, this is the way. This is the way to do it. Is that you literally should be just looking at the entire level with your camera in screenshot mode and seeing if you can find the thing. Alright, and so since I didn't find the thing here, let's see. You don't have a ton of zooming in ability, but you do have enough. I seriously have no idea how you would survive leaving that without the umbrella. Hey, these are some of the guys that are getting beaten up. There we go. So that guy, you saved that guy. Is that it? No, that's just a can. We can't talk to this guy at all. Just continue looking around. Seeing if there's... Now the irony of ironies would be that this actually, when I go into screenshot mode, hides collectibles from me. And so this would actually be a waste of time. If that's actually the case, then I'd be very frustrated. Let's see if that sewer goes anywhere. These guys want to list in the middle.
Cave.
Maybe there is something where we go into the cave later, and maybe that's the reason why we are having such trouble finding the last one. Is that it might literally just be in a place we cannot enter. But then again, if that's the case, then why would the game do me so dirty like that? Because that is guaranteed to cause frustration. Now this looks interesting. It's not a golden vault code, but at the very least it's something different. Have I ever been up here? It might be up there too. Alright. Let's give this a try. Down this way. Let's see where this goes. That flips me back that way. Let's see where this goes. That flips me that way. I'm too low down. It would be crazy if it turned out it was in the slide. 'Cause that's just like there's no chance that I would ever find that. Here. try this. I can't run up a slide. That stinks. Nor am I getting any kind of achievements for doing that. Hey, there's some switches here. That might be something. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to give up, though. Like, this is taking way too long, and I know we did 2 shorter experiences, and then I pushed my luck by starting a third mission. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have to use a walkthrough. Yeah, unless I was supposed to go get a ball down here, which, I mean, I can grab this ball, and one hopes that the ball would be heavy enough. Ball, then right trigger the drops, and then you do that with just another rift token. Like, undoubtedly massive progress has been made. Like, that's undeniable. But the one thing we needed to do, which was find that golden token, a golden vault ticket, just seems unlikely I'm gonna find it in the next 5 seconds. So, with this being an hour and 30-minute episode instead of a 45-minute episode, which is something I tried to avoid, we are going to end here. You can see that we did make decent progress. We have 518 of the pawns, I guess is the currency. We have 13 strings. We are up to 8 time hourglasses. Color wise, we now are up to 3 different colors of what looks like there could be 12. Badge wise, we could probably buy one more badge, particularly if we unlock the scooter ability, which probably would be very helpful. We still haven't really upgraded the weapon, and we're almost certainly well suited to make a new hat as soon as we can find a hat. I guess at this point it might make sense to bring in a co-op player if you were playing casually and just had friends. But then they would just solve it as much as looking at a walkthrough would solve it for me. So that's going to be it for this recording, and I guess we'll just give it the old college try next recording. Maybe give it another 30 minutes, which would mean 2 hours specifically on one specific level. And if that doesn't work, then I'll look up the walkthrough. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.